Hello, it's Rachel with Rainbow, and today he and I are going to go over how to meet new people and over the off command. So, just to refresh with the off command, in order to practice this, of course I don't want to encourage Rainbow to jump up on me by, patting my leg or telling him up or getting him too excited, because by telling him to do something and then correcting him for it, that can mess with dogs' heads if they're just trying to do what they're told and then I give them a correction. So it's really important to correct Rainbow when he's in the act and when it happens. So I know he gets super excited when we bring his leash out or when there's his lunch or dinner involved. So that's a really good time to practice the off. Rainbow, hey, focus over here, bud. Sit, sit. Good, sit, Rainbow. Good boy. Okay, just wanted to get his attention back here. So with off, when he jumps up, the best thing to do is just turn away and say off. Use kind of a deeper voice, a little more stern and strong so that it catches his attention and he knows that you're serious. A lot of times when we're playing with him or praising him, anything like that, it's good boy, Rainbow, good job, high-pitched voice, super excited. So make that distinction, and when he jumps up, it's because he wants something or he wants attention, so we have to ignore him. That's why you turn away and don't give him the attention if he's not behaving appropriately. Also, why we turn away is to get his paws off of us. If we push him, it can kind of turn into a game, where he goes down, jumps back up, down, all that. So you don't want it to be a game for him. And also you want him to do the action, not you do it for him. So by turning your body, you're removing your body from underneath his paws so his paws come down. If he jumps up, you might see us sometimes go like this, use our knee to kind of shield ourselves and turn away. We aren't kneeing him in the chest or kicking him. Of course, we don't want to hurt him. And again, we want him to do the action, not us to push him off. So this is just to move our leg or body and kind of shield ourselves from his jumping. It's important to correct him every time he jumps up and don't let him do it under any circumstances so that he learns that it's not okay at all. There are several ways to correct him, like if he jumps up on a table or something, I'd suggest with Caesar Millan thing having the flat hand and just poking him right here in his side, just a quick jab like that. It doesn't hurt him, but that is a sensitive area on the dog, so it catches their attention and it helps correct their behavior. So keep practicing with the off, and so that way he'll learn that it's never okay to jump up on people. As far as meeting new people and being respectful and not getting overly excited, I believe your mother is coming into town and you don't want him jumping up, knocking her over, or her cane or anything like that. So I wrote down a few tips of how to correct Rainbow and get him to behave appropriately. I'll read them off and elaborate. I just didn't want to forget everything. So first thing is, even if he's in the house, have Rainbow on a leash like this. It offers more control. He's done the loose leash walking. He knows all that. He knows the heeling. And so he knows how he's supposed to behave on a leash. So if he does jump up or if he is getting too excited, you can pull him back. Also, if you are going to have him on a leash for a while, I would suggest getting a harness. A harness allows you to have a little bit more control over him. It really helps if you get one. It usually clips like on their back, and so when he's walking around, he doesn't get his foot or leg tangled in it, so it makes it a lot easier. It also kind of distributes the pressure if he is pulling on it, and so it's not all just around his neck. The harness distributes it across his chest, gives you more control of his body, and it's more comfortable for him. So I would suggest that. Also, by having him on the leash the whole time, it is a good way that you can practice manners. Like right now, he's pulling, and with our loose leash walking, you aren't supposed to let that happen, so you can address things right away. So Rainbow, back, just like that, not pulling anymore. So it's a good thing, good way to practice good manners right there. It's also a good bonding thing. By having a leash on him and walking him around, it shows that you're the alpha, you're in charge, and he will learn to respect that. Here at the daycare, if we have a difficult dog that we don't really know how they're going to be, one of the first things we do is we put a leash on it and we walk that dog around on its own. And that teaches them respect and it lets them bond with us a little bit to show that we're in control, but we'll still treat them gently and nicely. It works really well. So that is my first tip for getting Rainbow to be respectful when meeting new people. Also, introduce Rainbow after he's had a day of daycare, if at all possible. So whenever you have guests coming over, try to, if you can't take him to daycare, try to take him on a long walk, on a run, play with him a lot, get him super tired. As you can see now, he's had plenty of time to play and be with the other dogs, and he's being absolutely great. No jumping, no running around, pulling, anything like that. And so it makes it a lot easier for him to control. And also, if I know that you pick him up around 6 o'clock or so, so if you have time, maybe afterwards, or maybe if you pick him up a little bit earlier, take him for a walk or take him to Petco, somewhere where he's going to run into other people. He is going to be a lot easier to manage once he's tired and once he's gotten to see lots of people and lots of dogs. And so he's not going to be like crazy and jumping like he is when he first comes in the morning. So by exposing him to different people and different dogs, anything like that, after he's already tired, it makes your job easier and it teaches him the right way for him to behave without you having to yank on him, always make him sit. It helps him focus a bit more. So that can kind of help desensitize him. You know, if you have a few minutes before, or a few days or a couple weeks before you're expecting company, you can practice like that so he gets more used to meeting new people. Or maybe have people come over to the house after he comes back from daycare so that he's a little bit more tired and easier to handle, and you can work with him like that. Also, we have used a couple of methods here to help control the dogs. So if you aren't able to have him on leash the whole time, we use a couple different things. There's the Cesar Millan, poke to the side to discourage the unwanted behavior. We also have a squirt bottle. We just have plain water in here. You don't need to mix anything else in it. The purpose is to get his attention and distract him from whatever he's doing. Just a quick squirt and it does well. We have this button. It is called Pet Agree. It just emits a high-pitched sound that we can't hear, but dogs can, and it is useful for correction. Okay. Now, as you can see, at first he was interested in it, but then, got a little skittish of it. Okay, yeah, so he doesn't really like it. So, you shouldn't use it a lot, but it can be used for correction. You can see that it did affect him. Now, another thing that we have that is